Well, the White House is warning that time is running out to pass additional COVID relief funding. There was a proposal in Congress to include $15 billion in aid in last week's government funding bill, but lawmakers ultimately scrapped the plan. But as Raquel Martin reports, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi insists this bipartisan effort isn't dead.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi says Congress must hurry and pass billions in new pandemic funding.
We need all the money we can get to have the resources that we need to fight COVID.
At a Thursday press conference, Pelosi said she's concerned lawmakers are letting their guards down.
The last thing we need is another variant.
She's requesting up to $30 billion in aid to maintain access to testing, therapeutics, and vaccines. The Biden administration warns without the funding, uninsured Americans could lose access to free testing and vaccines as early as April.
We've made huge strides during this pandemic, but it has demonstrated that we have much more work to do.
The push comes as COVID numbers across Europe are back on the rise, and after the Irish Prime Minister tested positive during his visit in Washington Wednesday night.
This is nothing to mess with.
Despite Speaker Pelosi's support, it's still unclear if the additional funding can make it through the evenly divided Senate.
I'm not going to support further funding. I want to see what they're doing.
Missouri Republican Senator Josh Hawley says he's not backing more aid without knowing what happened to all the previous funding.
This is taxpayer money. I mean, this is the money of the American people. I'd like to see what they're spending it on.
After one proposal was stripped out of last week's larger spending bill, Pelosi says the two sides are working on a compromise. In Washington, Raquel Martin.
Well, that's our show for this weekend. Thanks for watching the Capitol Rundown. We hope to see you again next week.